So first you want to write down this formula. Z equals X minus the mean divided by the deviation, because we're trying to get the z-score. Then you just do the 2.000 minus 1.085 divided by our deviation of 0.11 equals 1.79. Now you look it up in the chart to see where you can find 1.79. When you look it up, you get 9633.9633. It's kind of like difficult to look it up sometimes because you have to look for the exact number or the number rounded up. So what I do is, if you have StatDisk, if you don't, download it for free from our homework. And once you download the StatDisk, you go to data. No, I'm sorry, you go to analysis, probability distribution, and you go to normal distribution. Once you go here, it will take you to this little screen. And you see this 1.79. You just enter it in here, 1.79. The cool thing about this is that it will give you the left side and it will give you the right side. So I got the left side and then I rounded up the 2 to 3 and I put it in there, and then that's good. So you did the same thing for this one. We're going to look for the z-score, and again the z-score equals the x minus 1.085, which is the mean, divided by the deviation. So this time it's going to be 4.0 minus 1.085 divided by 0.511. And what do we get here? It's 5.0704. And again, I'm just going to go into my StatDisk and put in our new z-score. To the left is 1.0000, and to the right it's just 0.000. We're actually looking for the right side because it says above. If it says above, it's the right. If it says less, it's the left that they're looking for. Right now we're looking for the right, and usually when you are looking for the right, once you look up your z-score in your chart, which I can't really show you, but when you look up your this number right here in your chart, you normally subtract 1 minus this number, because you're usually getting it from the left. So you just get 1 minus 1.000 to get to the right, so that you know what the score is for the right. The cool thing about StatDisk is that you don't have to subtract, you don't have to go 1 minus, etc. You just literally look here and it'll tell you exactly what that is, so you don't have to do the 1 minus the score. However, if you don't have StatDisk, then you do have to do an extra step, which is the 1 minus. So this is going to be our new z-score, and this is round to 2 decimal points. Now, finally, to the part that I think you were actually asking about, was this part. When you turn 95 into a decimal point, you get 0.95. That's what you get. So you would get 0.95, right? When you turn it into a decimal point. Now you're going to look for 0.95. So the first thing you want to do is go to scroll down and just kind of look for 0.95. And here it is. That you would think is this one because it literally says 0.95. However, the number next to 5 is also 5. And if you round that up, it's actually going to be 0.96. So this isn't it. So you want to go to the one before that, and this one actually rounds it up. So this one rounds it up 0.95. So that's why we choose this one. So 1.6, so we pick this one. So when you scroll up, and you look here, you want to look at this section. You want to go with the highest to the right. So in other words, this one can also be it. This one can also be it. This one can also, like all these can be it. But this one specifically is higher than all of these. You see what I'm saying? Like this is a 9 right here in the thousands place. And this is an 8 and this is a 7. So you're going to go with this one. Why wouldn't you go with this one if it's already there? Well, because this one will round it up. And you want to go to the first one that you find, which is this one. So we're going to pick this one. So this is our standard deviation. So that means it's 1.6. You go up, it's 4, 1.64. That's our deviation. And you want to make sure you can go to StatDisk. And instead of putting the value here, you would put it here, 0.95. Oh wait, it wasn't 0.95, yeah, 0, 0, okay. When you evaluate that, it shows it here, because we're looking on the left side, and here it tells us straight up, it's 1.64. And then it goes on and tells us the rest of the numbers. So we're actually going to go ahead and use that number. When you look at StatDisk, it actually gives us the next number after that, so we're going to use that. So 1.644 times our deviation, because we're doing x. X equals mean plus deviation plus z-score. This is a z-score right here, times the deviation, and our deviation is 0.511. So first I do multiplication because order operations. You want to do whatever's in the parentheses. Here we are going to add our mean. That's what our formula tells us to do. Now you're just going to put 1.925 into here, and then that's it. It's a long question. Yeah, we have to pick this one because now our earthquakes are above the 95 percentile, half magnitude is about 4.0, because we got a really low number. This is 0%. That's it. If you want a faster way, because this is we're going to be you're doing the quiz, the fastest way to do part C without going in here and looking through it and doing all that, it's just a lot of work. The shortcut is using the calculator, so you don't need StatDisk for this part C, and you won't need your chart really, because you know that 95 equals 0.95, then you already know the area. So you click on second, you go to bars, you scroll down, you go to inverse norm, and then you put your little area, you put your area in there, which is 0.95 in this case. And here is our mean, which they gave us was 1.085, so you put that in there, and then your standard deviation, and you just press enter. This is the fastest way to do it, and so when you go here, you just literally grab it, put it here. The only thing with doing it this way is that you don't round up, because if you round up, you're going to get the answer wrong, because 1.925, that's it. That's the question. Usually if you do it the other way that we were doing it, it wouldn't give us all these extra numbers. It would just literally give us 1.925. So that's why we just end up with this number. But the calculator way will give us all these extra numbers, and then naturally you might just want to round up unintentionally and get the wrong answer. So just remember that part. And for this specific question, it's just going to be 1.925.